Hello my 3D animation visual effects friends. In this tutorial what we're going to do is jump into our character creation using our blueprint class, and then we're going to go to character and we're going to create my character for us to use with our avatar. So this blueprint class that we're creating right now is the character that we're going to utilize in the game itself, very similar to what Unreal Engine's got in the game now. We're going to double click on that my character and we're going to open it up. In the upper left hand corner you'll see my character area. This menu helps us with a lot of the character information. Across the top you'll see all the similar attributes as the main game area, and then the detail panels on the right, and then back on the left you'll have my blueprint information that we're going to utilize. Now once we have the mesh selected, we're going to go over and apply the mesh we want to use by clicking on mesh, skeletal mesh, and changing it to our Mixamo avatar. Once we bring in our Mixamo avatar, we're going to set this to the middle of the capsule. This capsule is, if you were to design a game, kind of the resistance area for your character itself. Now what I want to do is I want this character facing the same direction as that blue arrow. Once I have that set, I can compile and save. That locks that character in. It has the mesh applied to the mesh character itself, and now the blueprint is ready to go. What we could do to give it a preview of what the animations will look like is go over to animations, change it to use animation assets, and switch it to my idle animation. I can use any of the animations if I want to. I could do the jumping, I could switch it over to the running sequence, or I can even switch it over to the walking one. But as a preview, we're just going to leave it as idle. Looks like they all worked really well, which is great. I'm going to click compile and save. And I'm going to move this and dock it up top so I can come back to it later on. Now what I need to do is I'm going to go and delete the third person character that's built into the program already, or into the game engine. I'm going to go in and I'm also going to get rid of the network player start. We don't need that either. And I'm going to drop my blueprint in, which is my character. Once I have my character in there, I can make sure that it's selected over in the world outliner. And then down underneath that in the details, I'm going to go down and search for pawn. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this pawn to the player possess. And I'm going to make it player 0. Once I have that set, I click save, and now I'm going to jump back into my character, because if you notice, I'm missing a camera. For a third person, I need to have a camera over my shoulder to be able to follow me around. So if I go up to my capsule and select my capsule in the upper left hand corner and click on add component, I should be able to type in camera and select the top camera. I don't have to rename it, I can leave it as camera. Now what I can do is go down to the camera itself in the scene, and I can move this so it's back away from my character himself. So move this up a little, kind of push it back. Don't have to do too much to it, because what we still need to apply to it is a spring arm to make it follow my character, or at least keep its distance as it moves around. So I select on the capsule again, and now I'm going to go to add component and type in spring arm. Should pop up as a choice. Leave that as spring arm. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the camera to that spring arm. If you look, the camera kicks back a little bit. I kind of want to match these two up. So I'm going to move the spring arm up. I'm going to move the camera down and match them together. Looking pretty good. Just want to do a little tweaking, make sure that it's kind of centered on there. I can lower the whole thing down more toward my hip area if I want to, and I can adjust the settings as I play along and kind of get it to look the way that I want it to. A lot of different things that I can do here. Once I have it set the way I want, I go to compile and save. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to steal some information from the base avatar. So if I go back to content, go to third person blueprint, and go into the mannequin, I can go into their settings and see, look, they have their camera set up like me. Now I can go into the event graph and grab some basic controls that are already set for me, such as the mouse input, the jump, and the movement input. We don't need the gamepad or the VR or the touch input because we're not doing any of those for this. But if you wanted to bring those over, you could. I'm going to select Control C and copy them. I'm going to go back to my character. I'm going to go into the event graph and delete the base nodes that are there already. And I'm going to paste in the inputs that I grabbed from the third person avatar from the game engine. As you can see here, everything copied over nicely. You could check out and see what's happening by looking at the nodes and kind of following along with the basic flow of things. But once I'm happy, compile and save. I can go back up to that mannequin, close that tab. Then what I'm going to do is go back into my avatar folder. I'm going to right click, select animation, select animation blueprint. I'm going to choose the Mixamo avatar skeleton. And now what I have just created was the animation blueprint that I'm going to name my character, ANIM for animation. You can write out animation _ blueprint. Oops, got to change that Y to a D. So I have my character animation blueprint, and this is where all my animation for my character is going to be based. And don't forget to save.